back to Arc Seattle on your Monday morning. I'm Steve McCarran.
And I'm Tyra Majors. Let's dive right into the deep end. Thieves recently got away with $2 million worth of jewelry from a store in West Seattle.
Police say those burglars, armed with hammers and bear spray, smashed the windows and stole the merchandise from Menashe & Sons Jewelers along California Avenue Southwest. Police say the suspects drove off before officers showed up.
Joining us to continue the conversation this morning is Jim Fuda, the Executive Director of Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound. So, Jim, just walk us through these types of crimes. How are these criminals able to get in and out so quickly, and in this case, with so much merchandise?
Well, the simple answer is that they pre-plan quite frequently, and in this case, they feel that they've got somebody on camera a couple of days earlier that had gone through and even had used his phone to videotape some where the high-end jewelry was at. But let's face it; these things are extremely dangerous. These shock and awe type robberies that they're doing, that's only one side of it. Now, imagine if whether an employee or a customer tries to intervene. So what could happen then? It could turn into a homicide pretty quickly. So you just want to let these people get what they want, get out, and be the best witness you can be.
Yeah, you just don't know what they're going to do in that situation if they decide to confront one of those suspects, Jim, which is so terrifying. Obviously, this particular one in West Seattle involved a jewelry store, but are there certain types of businesses that criminals will target for these smash and grabs, and if so, why?
Sure. We all remember over the last several years now about the kids that were stealing the Kias and they were going in with these shock and awe's, firing a couple of rounds, and then getting merchandise what they want. That's kind of the low end, not very well planned. But this one, these brazen ones during the day, are the ones that hit the high end stores. They're pre-planned. They come in quickly. They already know where the high end jewelry, high end product is. Take it as fast as they can and go down. You notice that there's 3 people in this video that are actually grabbing the merchandise, and there's one that stands by. Now, we saw in this one bear spray, ice picks, hammers, whatever they might be to break down the door, but there's one there that I'm sure has a firearm.
Just horrible. And these business owners are so vulnerable. What can they do to better secure their businesses and avoid these types of crimes?
Yeah, what you really want to do in these particular cases is make yourself less vulnerable till they move on to another establishment. You're not going to be able to control the bad guys. If this is what they want to do, they're going to do it. But you want to make your place less attractive. It's kind of like with your homeowners. If you've got cameras at your place, you make your home less attractive to a burglar. It's the same kind of thing. So it's the physical security side of things. It's staff training, what to do, be a good witness, that kind of thing, and then whatever emergency procedures that you might have for your particular business to keep yourself safe. Property is not worth your life.
This particular jewelry store that we're talking about, Jim, has those security cameras which can help kind of show what the suspects look like. But are there challenges that officers face when trying to piece together these crimes and figure out who was responsible?
Sure. They happen very fast. And like I said, very well planned. Usually dump a stolen getaway car in another location, and then they get in another car again, and they're wearing masks and gloves. So, but the idea is that somebody knows who did this, and if for whatever reason they're afraid to go to the police, they can call Crime Stoppers or download the free P3 Tips app, and we'll be happy to pass that on to the robbery detectives who are handling this case.
So, Jim, you actually went to Menashe & Sons after this happened. What did they have to tell you, and are they making any adjustments to their operations?
Yeah, right. I've known this family for almost 50 years. Our kids went to school together. I live up in this community, and these are salt-of-the-earth people. They are well established in West Seattle, and they will remain open. And what they're trying to do now is find maybe a double secure entry door, because they have all the other issues taken care of, like with bars on the windows, those kinds of things. And they have a security guard that's there so many days a week, but that security guard will be there full time from here on out.
Yeah, if you live in West Seattle, you'll likely know the Menashe name. That business has been around for a long time. We know that Crime Stoppers of Puget Sound is offering that reward for tips that lead to an arrest in this case. Once again, give us the details on how people can submit one of those tips if they have one.
Right. Well, there's a free P3 Tips app, it's called. Free download, very easy to understand. If I can do it, you can do it. And submit your information. You can submit audio, video, and photos. Once you hit submit, all we know you by is a numeric identifier. We don't know where you're calling from or who you are. And if your tip leads to an arrest and a charge, there's a monetary incentive of up to $1,000 for this type of crime.
Jim, what I thought was interesting about this particular case is we talked about the dollar value of the amount of jewelry that was stolen from this particular business, which is $2 million. Obviously very high value. How hard is it for police when they're going through these investigations and trying to piece them together to get some, if not all of those items back? Does that happen a lot of times?
Well, it's hard to say. And I think a lot of, in this case with these people, you know, in the past we've had a ring of these particular types of robberies, and they're not local. So they've got a fence. I'm sure that they'll be able to pawn that stuff off too. So it's hard to say without serial numbers and things like that. But hopefully with the amount of items that were taken, that they will be able to get some of this stuff back in the future.
Hopefully. Jim Fuda, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much, you guys.
Hopefully they get some tips. I mean, this is just so brazen, as he mentioned. Yeah. And you feel for those families. These are people who've been in the neighborhood a while. His own kid, they went to school together. I mean, it's horrible that this had to happen. And it's a lot of damage and a lot of things that were stolen.
Yeah, and the good news is, you know, the family is saying they're not going to let this stop them. They will be back open for business tomorrow. So just days after this happened, they're going to reopen for business. So we wish them well, and hopefully police